What's up, guys? This video is about living above your means. Now, I know I did a video last year about it, but I'm going to do another one. This is an update. All right, so, I'm in Texas, and the cities, Houston it's a big city. So they did a lot of upgrades. They redid a lot of neighborhoods, some, on the cheap end, some, in the middle, and some, at the bottom. But at the end of the day, they did a lot of updates to, a lot of these underserved neighborhoods. So this one particular neighborhood has grown very popular, and I've been doing a lot of deliveries there. Now, the service industry, that I'm in, any service industry, you talk to a lot of people. So I had this one delivery. It's a Home Depot delivery. Brought to the lady's, what do you call it, the condo or stuff, the house. I guess it still is a house, right? But I'm old school with it. I see these other new builds. I don't know what you want to call it. I don't think they know what they call it. But anyway, it's a condo or townhouse or whatever you call it. I think it's a townhouse. And most of the stuff I deliver is like I don't talk to anybody. I just unless I'm picking up the orders, right? But when I'm dropping off, I normally don't talk to anybody. But that's okay. It's not like I don't want to talk to anybody, but it's like, I'm busy, right? So it's like, time is money, I gotta go. But every now and then, I have a little small chat, no big deal. It's good for your people skills. Don't be that person who just want to avoid people 24/7. Don't do that, because when you actually have to have a conversation, you look like a weirdo because you don't know how to communicate. But anyway, I pulled in, getting ready to unload, and then this woman, this tall, skinny white woman emerged out of the darkness. I'm like, what the hell? Like, so she kind of spooked me because I'm like, okay. So when I pulled up because I'm looking, I'm looking. When I got to location, I'm okay, all right. Just trying to make sure I pull in correctly or whatever. So I'm like, all right, ain't nobody outside or nothing. The garage open. So I'm like, okay. She wanted in the garage. That's the, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, right? So I pulled up, I started unloading. She literally came out of the, old horror movies, vampire movies back in the day. Yeah, I appeared out of the darkness. But anyway, she literally appeared out of the dark. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I was a little startled, but I didn't want to look like I was startled. I had to just kind of just play it out, right? But anyway, get to the story, AMA. I got you. I'm gonna get to the story. So she appeared and she looking a little crazy in the face. I'm like, oh, all right. So I'm just like, hey, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just trying to hurry up and get unloaded, right? And I started unloading, and I'm like, I guess you're moving, not to try to make it sound awkward, right? I don't want to just pull up and not say anything and leave, and she was like, oh yes, and she was all shaking and stuff, and I'm looking at her, I'm like, damn, she fucking stressed. She's stressed. And she's like, oh yeah, I have to get out of here. And I'm like, this is not what I thought it was gonna be. And she, that neighborhood is literally off, is right off the highway, like right there off the highway. So you gonna hear everything, right? And she was like, yeah, it's just noisy, and it's too expensive. And I'm like, well, yeah, because a lot of people don't know that they literally jacked up the prices, in this neighborhood. The prices are not the normal prices. I told her, I said, it's not helping, because I talked to a lot of people that stay in this area. They say the same thing. They complain about the price. I'm like, you're not helping by going along with it. I said, the best thing for you to do is not buy into the gimmick. Don't buy into the hype. Just, if anything, just wait it out or go find some, somewhere else. It's a lot of places in Houston you can live, whether you're in the city or you're on the outskirts. But I said, it's so many places you can stay, and you can, whatever your budget is, you'll find it. I'll say that about the place. I know it's super hot. I know traffic. I understand that. But at the end of the day, whatever your budget is, you will definitely find it. You just have to be realistic with yourself. And I ain't say all that, but I just, it was a little short conversation. And as I unloading, I'm talking to her. She just destroyed. Like, I can tell she's just calling it what it is. I be around them all the time. Well, I used to. She's a baby mama, and I'm gonna say this too. This for you little assholes. She's a white woman. Like I told you guys, a middle-aged white. She mid-40s, a white woman. I could tell because how everything was looking and how she was acting. I'm like, yeah, she a baby mama. She was, this thing about white women compared to black women and Hispanic women or whatever. They don't. White women don't brag about being a baby mama. They don't go out there purposely wanting to be a baby mama. Now I'm gonna say this, call it what you want, but it's true. Hispanic women and black women, they don't give a fuck. They don't care. Oh yeah, I got 3 baby daddies, and they looking for a 4th baby daddy. They just don't care. I'm gonna say this too. Not all of them. Even though let me separate the Hispanic women. Let me be very, very detailed with this. Black women leading the race with that. You guys know this. You ain't got to be black. You know this. You see it on the internet. You see it out there in public. Then it's Hispanic women. I'm gonna say this: Hispanic household, they will shame you for being a baby. I understand that, but it's not all of it, right? But majority of them are like that. Like the majority of black women are like that. They proud to be a baby mama. They don't want to be married. They want to be a baby mama. Hispanic women, they kind of do that too. But it's not out of control. There we go. I said it too. It's not out of control. So, and that's the thing about it. That's why people automatically seem like, oh, it's only black women. No. I ran across Asians. I talked to all kind of people. Everybody go through that. Not everybody. Every group goes through that. I'm gonna say this too. But black women are leading that race. I'm gonna say that by several miles. They're proud to be a baby. They are proud to. It's like a rite of passage to them. But anyway. So the middle-aged white woman, the baby mama, she was just distressed. I know she take care of the kids, but you know the scenario. It's a different person going through it, but that's what she's going through. So she said she's gonna take her ass back up there to Conroe, and I'm pretty sure that's where she came from, because them country women, they built different. You know what I mean? So I'm not a creep or nothing like that, but you see with your eyes. So I can tell based off how she look or how she act, what side of town she from, I already know that. So when she brought up Conroe, I'm like, all right. I said, you Conroe built all right. So anyway, so she already found something. She said she knows. So I don't know if she came down from there or not, but she definitely going up there. And of course, we go up there, you'll find something in your price range. But at the end of the day, she fell for the hype, and at the end of the day, her eyes was bigger than her pockets. And she had, she was ready. She was ready to get about it. She was all. I'm like, damn, she beat down. But of course, if you got kids and you doing everything yourself, you're gonna look rough. So, but anyway, yeah, that's the thing, man. Like, I ran into so many of these. I don't want to say necessarily newer generation, but I say new generation. People in their 30s and their 20s, and they getting these apartments, they getting these damn houses, and they don't even know the market. They just, I'm gonna get it. Like, no, I told this one dude. And he was already upset. He was already depressed or whatever. He was already both. I'll say that. And he was like, I'm renting right now, and he's got a girlfriend and a dog, and he's like, yeah, man, I'm just renting right now, but I'm gonna look for something else. And I'm like, why? I said, you don't like the neighborhood? He said, no, I like the neighborhood. It's just too expensive. He said, yeah, man, the house is like $500K. And I'm like, hate to break to you, bro, but the house not worth $500K. He's like, oh, yeah, it's the neighborhood. It's a neighborhood, but I'm trying to remember the exact words he used. But he said, oh, it's a location. So I paused for like 10 seconds, and then I went on ahead and carried on the conversation. I'm like, you're not saving that comment. No, bro. No. It's the people like you who don't know the market, who just run in there and thinking that, okay, this will work. If your home is going for $500K, you have, I'm gonna say this again, you have to make automatically, I'm gonna say this to be nice to you, you have to make 175. You have to make 175 for that this to make sense. Like the minimum for that to make sense. The house is $500K. Somebody who watches this video, do the math down below and tell me what that mortgage is looking like. And of course, you're gonna include the taxes. I understand that. It's not gonna be $1,500. It's not gonna be $2,000, fam. So that's me being nice to you. And of course, you better be great at budgeting your money. You have to automatically bring home 175 after taxes. I know that hurts. Yeah, after taxes, the minimum. Because guess what? You're gonna want a brand new car. You're gonna want to get a boat. I don't know. Some people want to get a brand new car or a boat. But shout out to the people that be getting them boats. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with that. But they, it's just never enough, right? Because they want the full experience. So like, I got a brand new house. I gotta get a brand new car. Oh, I gotta get something else. Whether it's like a damn motorcycle or some a pair of jet skis, something, right? But that's what they're gonna normally do. So now you got another big bill that you got to deal with. And I understand you probably got perfect credit, but guess what? That $300 a month car note, no, that ain't happening, fam. And I'm gonna say this too. Y'all be want to get something crazy. Y'all be want to get the brand new Lexus SUV, or y'all want to get something wild. It don't be nothing like modern, like, oh, let me get a Chevy Traverse, like a 2018 model. No. Y'all want a brand spanking new. Y'all don't even want a certified used one. It has to be 2026. Y'all have to get a 2027. You don't even want to get a 2023. You would not let you. It has to be a 2027. That's what y'all do. So now you got this huge ass car. You paying what, $1,200 plus a month, not including full coverage. You got to put gas in it every day. So that's what I'm saying. So that's just, if you don't have any major bills, $175 after taxes, the minimum. If you got a $500K house, I'm gonna tell you this right now, I'm not doing it. In order for me to get a $500K house, I had to at least make half. There we go. I know y'all hate hearing that word, y'all get uncomfortable when y'all think y'all cool with 80,000. And depending on where you at, what you got going on, you can make it out 80,000. But when y'all want to live this rock star lifestyle, and I start bringing real numbers to y'all get uncomfortable every single time. So I'm gonna say it again. If that house is $500K, in order for me to even just look at it, for me to just walk by it, I have to automatically make half of that. Automatically. Because I'm not gonna be in the red. Hell no, I'm not doing that. I'm not getting no house. I don't care what happened. I get approved, whatever. Yeah, 500K, here you go. Yeah, there you go, ready to go. And I'm over here making fucking 65K. I don't care how good the interest rate is. Not happening, player. But I know a lot of you people are doing that. Because I talk to so many of you people, and I'm like, it doesn't make sense. Why are you financially sabotaging yourself? For what? Because I feel like they want to fit in. They want the image. That's what it is. They want to have the image. There's nothing wrong with having the image, but with that image, you got to put in the work. You got to make some savvy investments. You have to save. You have to sacrifice. What I mean by sacrifice, stop dealing with that peanut head ass girl who always want to go out on dinner every day, who want to go out on weekend trips, who want to go on vacations every 3 months, who doesn't fucking have a job. Oh, we got a cat. Oh, we gotta take the cat to the vet every 2 weeks to get the fuck. We gotta take the cat to go get bathed and washed and what? Yeah. Oh, we gotta go to the pet mart and get the actual food for the cat. We can't just give it regular cat. This blowing your money. Remember, she not working, fam. So you always gonna be at the bottom. Because the majority of them people I see, y'all be normally the dude be especially in white community. The dude be working, and the girl, all she doing is plotting on how she gonna blow your money. You can't do that, bro. I'm saying this, you have to, when I say sacrifice, just live under your means, bro. Do that for like a couple years, 2, 3 years, 4, maybe even 5. But I guarantee you, when you ready, you're gonna be ahead of the curve. That's all there is to it. So again, $500K, oh, you been approved, AMA. Interest rate is 0.01. Okay, that'll work. Yeah, I can do that. Nah, but I only make $65K a year. I'm not doing that. But a lot of people are doing that. No. $500K, the minimum is $250. And on top of that, then I'm be doing some stuff on the side to make up for it. So ideally, if I make $250 a year, my house has to be, I understand the market, but this keeping it simple. I know there's ways you can get the house cheaper, but this simple math. The most the house gonna be is $350. The max, $350. And I'm making $250 a year. So that way, within a handful of years, I already paid it off. A lot of y'all, what I come to find out, which I already kind of knew, but as I talk to all these people, a lot of people just renting. So I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know how that mortgage thing go, but I'm pretty sure it goes up every year or however they got that situated. So I'm like, well, you're never gonna own it. All the thing you buy is just a very big apartment. At the end of the day, you're never gonna own it, and all you're doing is just going from house to house, just renting. And I'm like, what's the point of doing that? Now, if you got a big family, that's a different story, right? You got a big family, but if it's just you and you got goldfish or something like that. Like, why are you getting a house for what? Unless you got some major plans for you making money, off the house. I don't know, but at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, a lot of y'all just renting. The rent killing y'all. Y'all trying to uphold this lifestyle because y'all want to look like y'all got it, and y'all really don't. In reality, you need to have some money. Your credit ain't gonna do so much thing about it. You got these fake ass gurus about credit. I can fix your credit. Y'all getting scammed. But at the end of the day, it's like you can have the perfect credit score, but you still have to have money. If you go into this house, oh man, I'm trying to get a house. I'm gonna join. $600,000. Okay, all right. I'll take credit. Man, your credit is amazing. Okay, all right. Oh, what's this? What's going on? Say you work at HEB as a cashier. I mean, I'm gonna be a full-time real soon. Part-time, yeah, oh yeah. Damn. Nah, we can't approve. Oh, I got a perfect credit score. No, you need money, homie. You need money. So a lot of people want to look over that part, like, oh, I was working on my credit and not my money. When in reality, you gotta work on both. So yeah, man, it's all about just living under your means. It's not even living on your means, living under your means. Because at the end of the day, if you have major plans, you'll never get there if you always blowing your money up, if you always spending your money. Save your money up. If anything, put a nasty down payment on the house. So if you know the jobs you've been getting is only getting you like $70,000, $80,000, $85,000, you don't need to be looking at no house that's $400,000. You need to be looking at a house that's $200,000 and under. Just calling it what it is. Because that damn mortgage ain't no joke. And then you gotta pay property taxes and insurance. It's not a joke. So if anything, if you want a nicer house, go ahead and set aside 3-4 years, maybe 5. Work on that down payment. That way your mortgage is super low, and then you go from there. But I'm gonna say this too: if your average job is if you're not even touching $100K after taxes, you don't need to be looking at no $500,000 house, $600,000 house, $400,000 house. You don't. It just doesn't make sense. I'm not an accountant, but any accountant would definitely agree with me on that. If your finances, if you make under $100K a year, you do not qualify for a $300,000 house. You do not qualify for a $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 house. You don't. Even though you pay the mortgage, which I see a lot. We had I think our first freeze or whatever. Was it a freeze or it was a flood? One of the richest known neighborhoods in the city got hit. Never had to deal with that whatsoever. So a lot of people never purchased flood insurance because it never flooded ever. They've been there all their lives. It finally flooded. So many people didn't have flood insurance, and guess what? We thinking, okay, well, they ain't got no insurance, but they rich, they got a lot of money. Well, not necessarily rich, but we know they got a lot of money. Come to find out, so many people on the news crying about, they can't afford to get it fixed. They don't have any money. All the thing they have, they only make enough just to pay the mortgage. I'm like, damn, y'all living in a at the end of the day, it's an upper middle class neighborhood. So we're not saying y'all balling out of control, but we know y'all can go on Disney trips every year if you want to with no problem. But that's the thing about it, living above their means. They only make just enough to pay the mortgage. If any little thing comes out, if the ceiling start leaking, the toilet throws up, they can't fix it. It's crazy. They don't say on the outside, it looks great. We actually talked to these people, you found out that, man, they ain't got it like that. So at the end of the day, the lady, she getting ready to get the hell out of there, but so many people, especially the younger generation, they just want to get a house, but at the end of the day, it's like, well, you're not even trying to get the house, you just renting. So what's the point of you doing that? You might as well get an apartment. That way you got to worry about the extra headaches. And then, make your next move the best move. But that's all it is to it. You have to get your money up. You have to get your money up. I'm going to say this too. Them houses ain't going nowhere. Every now and then, I look up houses for sale near me. There's so many damn houses for sale. So many houses for sale. So they'll never run out. Even though I know during the pandemic, after the pandemic, they was hyping. Oh, we ain't got no more room. We're gonna run out. It's always houses for sale. So let's keep that in mind. At the end of the day, if you're looking to buy a home, just save up, bro. Fuck all that. Oh, I'm gonna put down the bare minimum. No, never put down the bare minimum. You want the upper hand. Well, obviously, if you get the upper hand, you just buy it cash, right? But you want to put yourself in the best position possible. So with that being said, you need to go ahead and put down a nice deposit. They say, oh, you gotta put down, I don't know, $12,000. put down $25,000. Double that. You got time to do that, man. That's the thing about it. Cause I know a lot of times this is mostly because of females. Y'all go off y'all emotions, and then if y'all with a dude, y'all peer pressure him to hurry up and just rush and get the house instead of you just getting out your feelings and making an executive decision. That's all you gotta do. Just take if y'all together, put y'all money together, and y'all can get it sooner. But at the end of the day, it's so great to put down a nice deposit on something like that. That way you can have your mortgage down to the bare minimum. You don't want to pay the highest mortgage possible just because I'm trying to get the house, somebody else get it. Oh well, somebody else get it. But at the end of the day, in that situation, no. I'm gonna put down the most possible. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you gotta take 6-7 years. No, it don't take that long. You take about a good two years, you can come up with that money. You can come up with that what, $50,000 down or $40,000 or $30,000 down. But never put down the bare minimum because you want that mortgage to be low as possible. And on top of that, your credit, because you want your credit to be all jacked up. You paying the highest interest rate as well. You want to pay the bare minimum. You want to pay the smallest interest rate possible as well. So that comes with patience. So if you have patience and you plan, you're gonna come out on top every single time. That's all it is. That's how you beat that game. And on top of that, never fall for the malarkey. Don't be like, oh yeah, that house worth $600K. No. That house ain't worth $600K. I looked it up last year, 2-3 years ago. That house only worth $200K. So where does extra $400K come from? And on top of that, the house haven't made any new improvements. You gotta know your shit. That's all it is too. But yeah, like I say, guys, I know the video's a little long. I'm wrapping it up right now, but just keep that in mind. Live under your means and make your best move, your next move. Just stay down until you come up. That's all it is too. Don't be rushing, especially when it comes down to a house. Nah, you don't want. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Me, preferably, if you can always scale up, right? It's like you're working at a job, you're at the bottom. Next thing you know, you become assistant manager, you become a manager, and blah blah blah. Same thing when it comes down to the house. Okay, you want to get a house. Okay, get your house something that you can easily take care of, right? You can easily afford. Pay the house off, either rent it or just flip it, right? You go ahead and sell it. Use that money to put down on the ideal house. Because normally a lot of people do that too, especially back in the day. They'll just get them a starter. That's the whole thing about a starter home. You just start a home, go ahead and pay that off, either rent it out or sell it. Use that money, the money you got off the house, and put down on the ideal house you want. That's the best way to go about it. That way, you still, you're doing something. Let's say you feel like you're staying stagnant. You can just do that. But the first house you get, just get something you can afford. Quickly pay it off, sell it. Take that money and then go ahead and use that to get the house you really want, and then you can just sell it to the sunset. But that's it, guys. If you got any questions or concerns, leave them down below. Share, like, subscribe, and no matter what, always take your peace, your pockets, and your purpose.